one is okay. That one is good. Were you?
So guys, we're in Kasubi Tombs.
Only those ones who are moving on those are.
Kasubi Tombs, it is a place where the kings of Buganda are buried. And in that house you're seeing, there are 4 kings that were buried there. Right from Kabaka Mutesa 1, that house you're seeing is where we're going to the kings buried there. But nowadays, kings can be buried according to their will anywhere. But before, that's where the kings were buried. We are inside, and where you're seeing those pictures, those are the graves of the kings of Buganda who were buried inside, guys. So they protect that place, as you're seeing, with spears, and they leave a distance that if you're just visiting, you cannot jump that distance. It is only the royal family of the Kabaka, all the relatives that go near the graves.
There's a king buried there. It moves from that side. The second picture from your right, that was the first king to be buried here. That is Kabaka Mutesa I. Then next is his son Kabaka Mwanga, the one you see with the white turban. Kabaka Mwanga was followed by the first picture on your right. That is Kabaka Daudichwa. Then Kabaka Daudichwa, from there to Sir Edward Mutesa II. That's immediately here. And this is Kabaka Mutesa II. He was even the father of now the current king.
He is the father of the current king?
Yes. Kingship always moves from father, son, father, son, father, son, father to now.
Will the current king also be buried here after he dies?
God forbid not that soon.
Alright.
But I can't even guarantee you that the king can be also buried here. Because in our tradition, king has a choice to say where to be buried. So that one, at this minute, it's upon him. He might choose to come here, he might choose any other place. So that one, this minute, I can't guarantee you. But if he doesn't make any statement, this is the official burial grounds. This is the official
The
burial grounds.
spears, the things that are there, does it belong to them?
Those are the instruments of power that each king used. Those are the instruments of power. And when they die, they display the regalias in front of each king.
God, you child.
Ascended onto his forefather's throne at only 15 years.
When he died, he was 40.
No,
This is the year when he born or when he
now
set under.
the years which you see, they indicate the time each king was on the throne.
Okay, so he's
That's the
30
years
years.
he reigned. Each king, he sat on the throne during that time, not the time he was born. But he became king at 15 years.
So actually he's son.
No, he was son number 6. Culturally, Buganda, elder son doesn't become next king.
I think the king get to choose which son.
Now we are just happy that kings are now modern. Now they can write. But early days, kings couldn't write. Whenever they died, there will always be a secret council, a secret sitting. Secretly, they will choose the best prince to sit on the throne. But even this is done in a traditional manner. Before the fallen king is laid to rest, there will always be a secret council, sees or look through the king's sons. Among them, they choose the best prince secretly. Then in public, this secretly chosen son, he will come in public. In public, he will be given a piece of a back cloth. Back cloth is this, that tree skin. In public, he will come and cover this back cloth to a king's casket.
Oh, that's
Then the criteria here, this fabric doesn't need to fall down. If it slides off and falls off from the casket, that means he's not a king. But if it sticks there, that will manifest that he's the next king. Then they go on with the coronation. If it slides off, they go back in another secret sitting.
Did that ever happen?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
No.
Not once, more than once. It has ever happened. But whenever it happens, they go back. But this has been good years ago. But these recent years, not really. Not really. We have other criteria where they don't need to do that. Let me say, if a king had two sons, elder son, automatically it doesn't become the next king. Then the throne is passed on to the young son. Automatic, that is automatic. Kabaka Mwanga, the king with the white turban.
With the second born.
No, he left
He had the two
sons. Leaving two sons. First son was 11 years. He didn't sit on the throne. The chance went to the young son who was 13 months.
Oh.
1 year, 1 month.
So if he had
king
one
at
son.
now, there again tradition will change. But here, he only had two. The throne was passed on to the young son, 13 months, 1 year, 1 month. Kabaka Daudi became a king. That young.
The first one.
Yeah, the very first one. 13 years sat on the throne. Now, if king only had one son, if king didn't have son, the throne can be passed on to the brother of the king. All the sons of the brother to the king, they can also sit on the throne, so that they keep the same lineage. That is the tradition. But this kingdom is 800 years. At least a king has been giving birth to two sons. At least. At least.
They had a lot of wives also.
Yeah, kings in Buganda, they married in all the clans. Early days, a king had to marry in all the clans. My friends, Buganda, were 56 clans.
So that's the minimum amount of wives.
At least. The king had to marry at least 56. But as a king, all time he had powers and the authority to add. Kabaka Mutesa I, king who lived here, married 84. 84 wives.
What about them? Is there anything about them interesting about them? Their wives?
They're still alive?
Now Kabaka Mutesa I lived
Mama
here.
died.
Yeah, they didn't used to live.
They call this one magic wallet. Why? Because it twists money. It does not multiply money. That will be witchcraft. Instead, it twists money. This is how it works. Let me see if at all I have some money. Yes, I do. Now this is 1K. Don't expect it to be 50. It remains 1.
Okay.
But this is how the magic works. When you open the wallet, it looks like this from inside. Then you put your money here, just as this, and then you close the wallet. After closing the wallet, you need to open the opposite side at once. The money will appear tied in an X.
Okay.
If
Magic.
you close the wallet and open the opposite side again at once, the money will then shift this side but tied twice.
Magic. Can you take it off and do this again?
Here, it just looks like this, and like this, and like this.
Alright.
That is the magic wallet. No multiplication, but it twists.
So this is where the princes and the relatives of the king are buried here, right there. For the kings, the other side, in that house. These are all the relatives.
Why is it so garbage?
Yes, that's also very dark and large. Is this a personal choice or?
Now, that one is just the relatives
Oh,
who will decide. The woman, but it has no meaning.
oh, he died recently this
Yeah.
year.
This year, he was the king with the white turban.
He was the second born.
No, he left
He had the two
two sons. Leaving two sons. First son was 11 years. He didn't sit on the throne. The chance went to the young son who was 13 months.
Oh,
1 year, 1 month.
so if he had
king
one
at
son,
Now, there again tradition will change. But here, you only had two. The throne was passed on to the young son, 13 months, 1 year, 1 month. Kabaka Dauru became a king. That young,
The first one.
yeah, the very first one, 13 years, sat on the throne. Now, if king only had one son, if king didn't have son, the throne can be passed on to the brother of the king. All the sons of the brother to the king, they can also sit on the throne, so that they keep the same lineage. That is the tradition. But this kingdom is 800 years. At least a king has been giving birth to two sons. At least.
they had a lot of wives also.
Yeah, kings in Buganda, they married in all the clans. Early days, a king had to marry in all the clans. My friends, Uganda, were 56
Oh,
clans.
so that's the minimum amount of wives.
At least, the king had to marry at least 56. But as a king, all time he had powers and the authority to add. Kabaka Mutesa I, king who lived here, married 84. 84 wives.
What about them? Is there anything about them that's interesting about them? Their wives?
They're still alive.
Now Kabaka Mutesa I lived
ما
here.
بعيد عارف.
Yeah, they don't. They used to live. But
Now-
how do they live? They're 80 and something. They can't all fit in this palace, I guess. Though.
But they can fit.
What?
As we walked through the royal enclosure, I'm quite sure everyone saw houses surrounding the
Oh
royal
my God! They're all
enclosure.
kept here on the ground, all
Yes.
right?
Yes. So the rest of the surrounding houses which you saw, each queen had a house.
Each.
One house, one wife. So these houses continue even the other end.
Inside.
They continue even the other end. But the criteria of seeing or meeting the king, it was in here. in this great house because this was a palace. Now, whenever they could meet the king, they could leave their small house, they come here. But whenever they could come here in 1 month shift.
1 month?
Yes,
Oh.
at least a couple of 4, all 5, all 6. They leave the small house, they come here. Whenever they could come here, they would sleep in the bedrooms here.
What is this?
Behind us here, there is this curtain.
Can we see it?
These ones are restricted.
Okay. Do you
because
have pictures of it?
do you have?
Do you have pictures of the bedroom?
Not really. That is private life. Still to date, there are people who still sleep here.
Oh. Who?
So behind here, that's a private bedroom.
Oh.
Sideways, there's that hanging curtain. That is a second bedroom. These 2 bedrooms were bedrooms of king's wives.
Okay.
So there'd be like 2 at a shift? I thought it would be like 1 wife.
No, not 1.
Oh.
1 was not enough for king.
Oh.
There had to be at least.
4, you said.
At least.
So you'd have to like see him once a month, every few years,
Now-
and also share that with 3 other women.
Now, now they leave. The criteria is live in the small house.
Yes,
Come here.
they come here 4 at a
For
Come
1
here.
time.
month?
Yes.
They are staying
Full
for 1
month.
month.
Yes.
Four at
Okay.
a
Full month.
time.
Full month. At least.
At
They
least.
can go to 7. They can go
Oh,
to 5.
Okay.
But staying here 1 month. Now, this 1 month, they are the ones in charge of the husband that time. They're the ones to cook. They're the ones to wash.
For this
They
They
didn't-
1 month.
Didn't they have
Yes.
like servants?
Kings in the early days, they had no servants to do this close housework. It was left to their wives. Then the servants could do the rest of the hard work, making firewood, collecting water, collecting beer, making other hard work. But inside the king's palace, only
Only the
wives.
Yes.
Even the children, they could not come here
What?
just to see the king. Great, how are you? I'm fine. You okay? Like that. But not going into deep. Because there was fear that if a boy comes here, he could easily sit on the throne.
Yes.
They end up fighting the king. So that was the criteria. So in here, only women could stay with the king here. That is the tradition. So they could come here, and that month, they're the ones in charge. They're the ones to take care. They're the ones to welcome visitors. They're the ones to sing for the visitors. They're the ones to cook, prepare everything for the king. Yes, that is a month staying here. And they could sleep sideways.
What is behind this room?
Now behind this huge curtain, that used to be the bedroom for the king.
Oh. So he did not share his bedroom.
Bedroom was behind.
Yes, and those are the wife's bedroom.
Then this open area that is sitting.
Oh my God, he had to sleep with his the graves of the family.
Earlier,
The grapes
behind,
come after this.
Yeah, okay, behind.
this was established as a palace. It was built as a palace.
This is before.
Yes.
Before the
It
grapes.
was before. Then after, it was just turned into a tomb. And that's Kabaka Mutesa, who lived here first,
The second
the
one.
one with handsome eyes. We shall move close after these people. We shall move close. Kabaka Mutesa one had handsome eyes. But that's the king who wrote a letter to Queen Victoria in
Oh my
England,
God, this one.
inviting missionaries, come here, teach his people how to read and write.
That one?
The second.
You see the big shield,
Yes.
The second one.
where you see the
That
big shield.
one. Okay.
Honestly, we celebrate his visionary support because he was the trigger for modernity and civilization. He died 1884. He died of a smallpox, chicken pox, buried where you see his picture, succeeded by his son Kabaka Mwanga. Kabaka Mwanga died he died in exile, Seychelles Islands. He was taken to Seychelles by the British after saying no to British rule. The time they took him there, that's the time he left 2 sons.
Okay.
That is the time his successor, 1 year, sat on the throne. But sitting on the throne, he knew nothing.
Yes,
It was
it's
minor.
1 year.
So who really took in charge?
Mother,
Mother.
and then he was also assigned with a council of other 3 elders who could make decisions on his behalf. After 18 years, there he started making minor decisions. But he was very modern. That is the king who permitted women and girls to eat chicken and eggs.
Yeah, okay. That's
women-
the one.
That's the one who went to
First one,
England.
yes,
Yes, the one who went to England.
allowed women to eat chicken, permitted girls and women to go to school.
What did they used to eat before this?
They were vegetarians. All the delicacy, honestly, all the delicacy was meant to be for men. But king allowed everyone. Now, today, women enjoy chicken more than men. The appetite of a chicken is a bit high. But very modern. Modern king died of a diabetes.
Oh, yes.
He died of a diabetes. Also buried where you seeing his picture. Then his
And
son.
this his son.
There's the one who was taken by the general, I think.
By Idi Amin.
Idi Amin.
No, Obote and Idi Amin is King Freddy.
King Freddy.
They call him King Freddy. He had long English name.
Yes.
His name is Sir Edward Frederick George William David Livingstone Walugembe Wangula Mutesa II.
Yep, okay, Freddy it is.
People call him King Freddy due to long name. This was the first president of Uganda.
President, not king.
Same time, King of Buganda.
Yes,
Yes.
Both
Both,
king
yes.
and president. In
And
1966,
he is the father
his
of the
palace was
current-
attacked.
of the current king.
Yes. And King reigned in exile 1966. Unfortunately, it's alleged he was poisoned
Yes.
in London.
This one.
Yes. 1969, King died of alcohol poisoning. His body was repatriated 1971. Apparently,
buried here.
he's resting where you see this picture, making him king number 4 to be buried here. And he was the last king. This great house is recognized to be the biggest grass thatched house in the whole world.
This one.
Yes, after
Yes,
coming
it's very
here,
big.
you realize that house is like basket put upside down. This handcraft weaving, which you see up in the ceiling, each ring represents one clan.
Yes, you said it's 65.
56.
56.
The same applies to these poles, also 56.
Also 56.
They're also covered. This is parka. Oh,
That is a back cloth, yeah. They cover with the tree skin. The same cloth is the one which they used to divide the house into different rooms,
oh,
sideways, and the back. The back, that curtain comes from the ceiling, touches down the floor. Behind, it used to be the bedroom for the king. This one is another hanging curtain. Another one, those are bedrooms of king's wives. Then visitors would sit here. In this sitting area, beyond this line, visitors, we don't jump.
Just
We
the
don't
king.
go close. The king,
That side.
members of the royal family, they sit close. We call that a royal pavilion,
oh, this is the royal pavilion.
the other side. Then king's visitors, VIPs, VVIPs, delegates,
Here.
no furniture. We sit
Sit
on
on the floor.
African mats.
And
But
there's
under,
also, I've noticed
under, we have wild lemongrass. This
Under this.
under the mat.
under the
this,
mat.
we have wild lemongrass. So grass is to make sitting much comfortable and soft. That is what we sit on, but no furniture. The only chair which was here, king's
the king.
throne. It was placed in the center there, where you see
In the
there's
middle.
nothing. Then here, when you would love to have a picture, please feel free.
Okay.
In this house, you're only not allowed to go beyond
Cross this.
moving that side. There's a set of drums there. You would have even listened to the drums. They're also there. But, I don't know whether my friends when we are many, talking is, as we play, we shall interact. So that means we have to combine the few groups, then you listen to the music. But pictures, feel free to take. I don't know whether you love to ask me some question.
Yeah.
It's also okay.
So before these kings, we are not there. The kings before these ones.
They are there. We've had 36 in 800 years.
36.
So the rest of the other kings, each king is buried in his palace. One king, one house. But here, 4 kings, one house. So we still have many other palaces like this.
There is in other places.
I heard of that some kings would get lost.
We say king has disappeared. Not getting lost. We say that one is respect.
Yeah, okay.
When a king of Buganda died, we don't say he died. We say
He has disappeared.
that one is kind of respect. Kings are humans.
Okay.
They also die. And when they die, we say they have disappeared. It is like that because the very first king of Buganda, in reality, he didn't die. He went into the forest to hunt and disappeared. They took many days without seeing the king coming back. They said maybe the king will never come back. Let's pick his son to be the second king. The second king, a certain evening, he also falls sick. He went into the forest. This time round to pick herbs, he also disappeared there. Now they developed a mentality. They call that Magonga forest. Yeah. They said maybe if the kings are tired of staying with us, they march into the forest, then they disappear. Let's now pick another king. They picked the third.
Also the same.
The third king died in reality.
Okay.
But when he died, it was hard to convince the people that king can die. Because they saw
two
first
get
two,
disappeared.
they didn't die, they disappeared. So they said, you give the king time, he's going to disappear. They came inside the king's palace. They could see the lifeless body of the king laid in his sitting room, but it couldn't go anywhere. They said, maybe we are overcrowded here. Let's give the king privacy so that he will disappear. They marched outside.
Okay.
They could peep. They said, please give him time.
Give him time.
They slept outside. The time they came back, the body was still there.
Okay.
They said, now
Then they
here,
get confident.
a few realized that the king is also human. But majority, it was hard to convince them that the kings can die. Now, a few who understood that the king is also human, this is what they did. They entered inside the king's house, they dressed the body, they buried the king inside his bedroom. They joined this curtain to divide the house into two. They hid the side where they had buried the king. Then they said, the rest of the people when they came, before they listened to the story, they could ask, where is the king?